One of the most complicated things you can make with Create is a plane, and I've never actually done that before, so it was a little bit awkward when my friend Donnie messaged me asking me to make him one with the Create mod, or as he called it, the Crate mod. He also sent me this reference photo, which is just the dumbest thing I have ever seen. It may not look like it yet, but this right here is my plane. It's just, it's just missing a couple important parts. I feel like the first thing that I need to fix is kind of obvious because airplanes need to be able to move, and this thing very clearly can't do that. So I should be able to fix that with the propeller bearing, and I should be good to just slap that down on the front here. And thankfully, because it's already a physics object, this is just stuck to it. I don't really know how many sail blocks this is gonna need or what impact that has, so I'm just gonna go with 8 on the front here and hope that that's enough. I don't know. I'm also now realizing it doesn't seem optimal to work with this physics object on the ground. This whole thing is gonna be a lot of trial and error, and I feel like there needs to be a significant emphasis on the word error. Okay, steady. I just got to get it on the lift and balance it. I think that's good. There we go. First problem solved. What? Hello? Oh, right. I got to assemble this. Okay, the good news is it moves. There is, in fact, movement now. The bad news is I forgot to put an on-off switch for this. Thankfully, it is just on the ground, so it kind of gets stopped over here on its own. Just put a clutch there, and then I can move this back one. And now it shouldn't be running away from me. So we've taken care of the first issue, which is that this thing couldn't move. Now it can move. I don't really like the fact that it's sitting on this lift. You know, that's not very airplane-y, or I don't know, airplane-y, whatever. I want to add some wheels to this so it kind of stays propped up in a I don't know, diagonal direction. So I should be able to add them in. The only thing I don't know is the difference between the simple wheel and the medium simple wheel. So this is the simple wheel. This is the medium simple wheel. Can somebody explain to me why the medium one is smaller than the simple wheel? Like, I feel like this one would be the smallest, and then there should be a medium and a large. Oh, no, that is not how I wanted that to be placed. See, guys, this is why I need to get it off this. I need to stabilize it on the ground. Oh my God. I hate physics. I hate physics. Can I build it when it's upside down here? Okay, I can build it upside down. Maybe that's the correct decision here. Why is it so hard to properly orient these wheels? Is that correct? Is that what I want? I hate using these wheels. Look, I'm placing it right here. There is not a single part of the wheel that is in this block right here. My brain is on fire. The good news is I can do away with the lift over here. The bad news is I don't know how to flip this over properly once the lift is gone. Do I just do this and then do I drop it? No. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. Yes, there we go. We're back in action now. Is there a singular wheel I can use for the back? Like, is the medium simple wheel part? Can I use that back here? I did some Googling. It seems like the professionals use a grindstone. I just need it oriented properly. There we go. I'm actually pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. I mean, it's missing a lot of stuff still, like, you know, the wings and the flaps in the back, but it's starting to look like a plane-ish, maybe. Quick check just to make sure it still works. Does it go? Oh, no, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I make it so fast? Oh man, the grindstone saved it. Note to self, turn this way down. Okay, I was trying to figure out the difference between a wing and a flap because these are literally the same thing. Look at this, don't cheat. Which one am I holding? Is this wing or a flap? There's literally no way to know. I thought they were the same thing, but it looks like the flap is for controlling the direction, and I assume the wing is for just getting like lift. there has to be some complex mathematical calculation for how many wings you need and like the weight of the plane and all of that. I don't care about any of that. Like I said, trial and error. We are slapping a bunch of these down here and we're gonna see if it goes in the air. I'm just gonna guess that we need some wings on the back too. I feel like planes usually have bigger wings in the front and then smaller ones in the back. I don't know why. I just need to pick which seat color I want. I like the red seat. We'll do the red seat. This goes right here. I feel like this should fly now. I don't know if it's gonna fly well, but it should fly if I flick this lever. Is it going? Yes, we're in the air. Wait, this is actually so clean. This is sick. No, oh wait, I need to stop. I need to stop it. I have to hop out and grab it with the Gravitron right now, don't I? I think I have a long trip back to where I was originally building this. Oh my gosh, why didn't I stop it sooner? I was enjoying the plane ride too much and I got carried away. I gotta add controls to this thing immediately. So I did a little bit of Googling to figure out how the plane would work. And I guess I need flap bearings in the front to control it going left and right, like rolling to the sides. And then I need flap bearings in the back, which should allow me to go up and down. I don't know how many flaps I need. I'm just gonna go with 3. And then back here, maybe I go with 2 and I add an extra wing. Yeah, that looks good, right? Do these turn based on like a redstone signal? Oh, I'm not giving it rotational power. Oh my God. I'll put a gearbox under the seat and then another motor right here. I don't feel like speed matters that much. Does it work now? Yes. Okay, it works now. So this makes it rotate. Is it based on the direction of rotation? No. Oh, it depends on what side you power it from. Well, that's gross. So I need to power this block here for it to turn forward. Oh, ew. So I did download a mod specifically for this to try to make it easier. I saw it in one of Shal's most recent videos, the drive-by wire mod, which I guess allows us to use cables and wireless stuff. That way I don't need like 50 redstone links everywhere on this plane, which I feel like will make it look a little bit worse. I think you place the hub down and then you click on the hub with the wire and you can set the different channels. If I wanted to go left, then I would want this side to go forward. So no, I want right because I want this side to go down in the back. I need to think for a second. The airplane stuff is freaking me out. I'm pretty sure I got everything linked if I did this properly. So then I should just click on this with a linked controller and now it's connected and has all those channels. So if I press down, what? Look at them. They're like jittering a little bit when I press it, but it's not actually turning them. I think I have some bad news, guys. I conferenced in Shal's and asked him, and he said he was also never able to get the drive-by wire mod working with the flat bearings. So maybe we're both just stupid. I feel like I've seen other people make this work, but I'm giving up for now. I'm gonna be a typical redstone link enjoyer. This definitely looks significantly worse, so I can understand why people would not want to use this many links on here, but I think it should work now. So it should be turn to the right, turn to the left, and then... Why is this one not working? Oh my God, I didn't give these rotational power either. Definitely a low point in my create mod career. I'll tell you guys that much. Definitely a low point. Do they work now? This should bring us up and this should bring us down. Yes. My biggest concern is I've added a lot to the plane, which I assume adds weight and like messes with the aerodynamics. So I'm concerned it may not fly as well as before. But again, there's only one way to find out. Okay, we're going in the air. It's way front heavy. What's happening? Not a very successful first attempt. Why is that? Do I need more weight in the back or less lift in the front? I do know enough to know that I can hit F3 and B, and that shows hitboxes. Where is the center of mass hiding in here? It's got to be inside of one of these blocks then. So it's right here. Oh, so if it's in the center and I have more wings on the front than in the back, that's a problem, because if it's balanced and then it's lifting more in the front, it's going to keep going up. So I need to either change the amount of wings or I need to move the center of mass forward. It's not going to look great, and when I put the guns on the front, I'm probably going to need to add these back in, but what if I just get rid of some of these wings on the front? Okay, that's better. Yes, the back works. So this brings me down and this turns me No, I'm turning to the wrong side. They're reversed. And it makes me fall down when I do that. Like I lose momentum. Wait, no, this is turning me correctly. What? Wait, why am I spinning out? What's happening? I used Google again, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So I kind of feel stupid for not realizing this, but apparently it's important for there to be that vertical wing on the back. I guess this thing right here makes it so when you're turning or moving around, you stabilize. I don't know what this is called, but apparently it should stop what just happened where I start like, I don't know, spiraling out in the middle of the air because otherwise it was working. I also feel like this needs to go up because for some reason, when I go to do turns, I lose a ton of momentum, which I'm assuming is because you're using like drag to turn yourself, but it's making it so the plane kind of falls out of the sky. Oh my God, I'm also now realizing by adding these in, do I need more lift? Does that affect the weight enough? You gotta try to find out. There's only one way to know. It's still going up a little bit too much in the front, out the gate, but this is good. And I can turn. And it stabilizes, yes! So go up, go down, turn to the right, turn to the left. This is so good. It works. There's two things that I still need to add to this. One of those being the guns that need to go on the front. And I've got two open controls left with the linked controller. I have the space and I've got the left shift. So I think I want space to be the guns, which means that the left shift frequency is going to be set to turn this on and off. That way I don't need to keep flipping this lever here, which is really annoying. I just need to figure out the best redstone way to do this. I'm not a huge fan of how bulky this is at the front because I had to move the seat back, but this is the only way that I can think to make it work. And I haven't even tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure that my left shift frequency is set to the double pink wool. So that should trigger the toggle lever, which will then power the inverted clutch, which will then give this rotational power, which is coming from this creative motor, which is powering both the flaps and that. Is it a problem if I'm using this because no, okay, it's not a problem. I was worried that it was going to be a problem because you use left shift to dismount and I'm using left shift at the same time to turn this on and off. Also, because I know people are going to ask, I do have the mod for the linked tweaked controller, so you have all these different frequencies and all this different stuff. Guys, I'm not using this. Look at this thing. What are we doing here? Are we piloting the Mars rover? It's like you need an Xbox controller plugged into your computer to be able to use this thing. I'm sticking with my 6 frequency linked controller. Anything needs more frequencies than that, it's above my pay grade. I can't. We leave that to Shals. We leave that to the professionals. Oh no, the last thing I have to add in are the guns. I remember I want an autocannon, and I don't remember what the different types do, so I'm just gonna pick the one that looks coolest. I think we'll go with gray, and so we'll do a steel twin autocannon. Before I can even worry about how I assemble these cannons, I need to use the compact cannon mount so I can mount them on something, and this is gonna need redstone on the front and the back of it, but I'm now realizing that any redstone on the front, if I put it here, is gonna interfere with these wheels. See, this is news to me, but apparently this is a thing. If I power these, it's going to turn these, which I assume is not a good thing. So that means I need to move this back one? I don't even know. This is the best that I can do, where it's still under the wings and isn't going to have the redstone on the front affect these wheels. I may need to extend these wings a little bit. This is dangerously close to not being under the wings anymore. I'm pretty sure I remember how to do this. You do the recoil spring here, and then you need a breech at the back. Nope, not like that. You need a breech at the back like that for loading it. And then I don't know what the max is on the length of this at the front, but this looks good, just so it's sticking out in front of the wing. It's also concerning me that this is now rocking, which tells me this just added a whole bunch of weight to it, which definitely means I'm gonna need more wings, although I wonder... Nope, I assemble it in the front. I can never remember which is the correct side. Oh, it gets rid of the weight. So when I assemble the cannon, it gets rid of the weight that all of these add. That's so nice. Of course I say it's in the front, and on this one it's in the back. Okay, I wasn't able to make this work in the tank build battle, but I need to use the autocannon ammo container because I don't have room in here to provide these with ammo any other way. And I assume that I just need to fill this with the correct ammo, and then I actually do want a tracer every round because it'll look really cool. And in Donnie's stupid reference photo, he had tracer rounds that were red, so I don't know how to get red tracer rounds, but I'll have tracer rounds on these. I just need to make the ammo. I definitely want the impact fuse. Isn't there like an explosive round? There's the armor piercing autocannon round. I'll just search it up. Where's the explosive one? High explosive autocannon round. There we go. And then I just need a regular cartridge, and I need to craft these all together. Nice. Autocannon cartridge, highly explosive autocannon round with an impact fuse, so it should blow up when it hits something. So then I put that in here. Can I just add a tracer tip to this as well? Oh, cool. Okay, I can. Nice. So I've got the regular round. I've got the tracer round. Is there any reason you wouldn't just put this in the main one? If you have a tracer every round, we'll do every 2 rounds. We'll do a tracer. Oh my God, that's what I was missing during the tank build battle. I didn't know how you put these on here. You click it on the back of the assembled cannon. I had this whole contraption pumping stuff into the top of these to give them ammo. All I needed was this. The last thing I need to do is set a frequency to fire these, and I'm going with the color black for the wool because it's symbolizing death. That's going to be rained down by these. They should be set. I feel obligated to fire off a test round into the air before I fly this thing. If this airplane blows up, that's it. The video's over. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nothing blew up. So the next round should be a tracer round or not? Oh my God, it's so cool. The only problem I'll have to address now is when I fly this, there's no way the weight distribution isn't messed up. Even if these cannons don't weigh anything, all of these blocks are new. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. I'll press shift to start. Yes. Wait, we're going. It's actually balanced really nicely. And then I can turn, and then I can go up. I can go down. Oh man, it's time to, but this is getting bombed over here. Oh! Oh my God, it actually works so well. It's kind of sagging in the front, so one more wing in the front and it would be good. I'm just gonna add one more wing because it was sagging a little bit in the front from adding in the new weight. And this is the airplane. I made some visual improvements to it because I could use a little bit of work. It still needs a lot of work. People make way cooler planes than this, but I added flaps to the front because I felt like these wings needed to be longer. Now that I've dyed these, I did light gray first, then gray on top of it. It blends in a little bit better. So I did that for both sides. I dyed everything and oh my God, it looks so good with the guns on the front. It looks so good. And other than missing the fire and lightsabers in the back, this is technically what Donnie asked for. I feel like though I got to take it for another test drive. You know, 1 or 2 more test drives before I hand it off. Oh my gosh, it just looks so cool. Oh my gosh, I love this so much, but it was so hard to make. And I feel like I'm gonna break it when I do anything. Oh!